Hey Smelly. Hey man, what's up? Nothing much. You wanna play something? Sure, but what you wanna play? How about some TDS? That game barely gets updates and is repetitive and boring. Have you tried it in VR? No, I have not. Try this. Whoa. TDS in VR is fun. Though it is very buggy and glitchy, it allows for a whole new TDS experience. Though it is very fun, there are setbacks. The first being one I already mentioned, which is it is very buggy. Second, you cannot do emotes, which isn't very important, but I like my lawn chair, okay? Third, it can make you nauseous after playing for too long. Lastly, it is very hard to play on. With all of these in mind, I decided to challenge myself and I beat every mode in TDS on VR. The game of normal started kind of slowly, with Carlo and Ian defending early while I farmed for an engineer. They did leak a boss on wave 10, which was definitely not my fault because I forgot to stop farming, rather it was because of their skill issues. Eventually we got a bunch of max stuff and easily killed the Gravedigger, meaning that we have beaten the first of 7 game modes. Molten mode, which is considered to be the easiest mode, proved to be super easy since our team had little coordination and we picked one of the hardest maps. Honestly, 4 idiots who aren't even trying shouldn't be able to easily beat any game mode. But hey, I'm not complaining. Now we have 2 of the 7 game modes finished. Fallen was also a walk in the park. With our amazing team coordination and our great sportsmanship, we barely struggled on the Fallen King and took home the 3rd of 7 wins. Pizza Party was when stuff actually got difficult. Being labeled as an insane map gives pretty good rewards. Though Pizza Party is considered to be the easiest of the 3 big game modes, I struggled the most on this mode. The first 2 rounds I died to Balloon Boys because Hyper couldn't just stay in the game and get engineers or anything that can detect flying enemies. Eventually, Hyper had to go and instead I brought Carlo, and we teamed up with randoms. I thought this would take many more tries, but surprisingly, Pursuit works very well against Balloon Boys, and we eventually killed Walks the Fox with ease, which means that we now have 4 of the 7 modes completed. Badlands 2 is considered to be much more difficult compared to Pizza Party. Since it was so difficult, I decided to reach out to Carlo, Leo, and Hyper to help me beat this map. The first try didn't go so well with only Leo bringing Golden Scout, but we quickly matched that up with another game that had quite a few close calls, though we did succeed in the end. With that, we now have 5 of the 7 game modes beaten. Polluted Wastelands 2 is extremely difficult. It is packed full of tanky enemies, fast enemies, and enemies that can heal and speed up, get this, other enemies. Polluted Wastelands, being the hardest of the 3, was actually not that bad since we strategized quite well before we played. We killed the Amalgamation, Abomination, and Nuclear Monster pretty easily. Now there is one more mode that needs to be beaten, which is hard. Did you really think I was going to do hardcore on my Oculus? My Oculus is going to be basically a fryer on my face. It was barely even able to take Polluted Wastelands. But if you guys do want to see a video about me beating hardcore on Oculus, let me know. This video took me so long to record and edit, and I want to give a couple people who helped me in this video a shout out, who are Carlo, Ian, Hyper, Leo, and Monkey. Also, you're welcome for my amazing upload schedule. I'm trying to hit 500 subs, and at 1K, I'm going to be doing a $20 Robux giveaway. So yeah, subscribe and like.